Hello guys, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today's video, well, we got some updates and a new banner and an update about the Cerberus situation. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So as you can see, they actually increase more the summon steam, something that, well, I think they've already been doing a lot of time though, so that's cool. They actually added a little bit more information or additional event information of Dear Cerberus. We're going to check that later on. We also have the event dungeon ranking, the 4th Tamlin. As we can see, it's all about lightning, which I do have a good lightning team, which is good. And we'll have to check about that later on. We also got the Dear Cerberus event, campaign 2. Pretty much we're getting weapon parts for this specific characters. What I want is the Sephiroth one. That's the one that I really want most. And then later on, pretty much again more of this, and you're just getting 300 blue crystals, which is fine. And you're also getting amount of rewards obtained in summon quests by 50%, which is also good. And we got the, well, we got actually a couple of banners that we need to talk about later on. But let's go ahead and check about all the updates that we have here. So first of all, let's go with this one. Pretty sure that we can actually get it. So pretty much what we got is that in the missions, I think in the missions, yeah, you actually got a little bit more of missions over here. Another one here, which is fine. And there's more stories. Pretty much is just an update of the story though, which I think that the best that they can go is when you need to face with Azul. That's from what I understand. Obviously you're getting more rewards though, which you're getting more blue crystals along the way, more co-op as well. And last and whatsoever, the exchanges for, it's this one, right? No, it's the last one. Which we're getting more refined mithril ignites, ruin, a lot of more stuff. The sack weapon, which I really need. And that's pretty much it. I think that's all the good stuff that you can get. So that's cool. Now the 4th Tamlin. 4th Tamlin, as I mentioned, this is all about lightning. Pretty much we need to use more lightning abilities and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, the high score, like depending on how much like high score that you get, it's the amount of rewards that you're getting. So from my understanding, because I'm not gonna count this anymore, I think it's around 3 to 6k of blue crystals that you can actually get. Obviously the ranking rewards is just like an additional, and then the score rewards, this is something that you do need to get rewards. So you got 5. Let me see if I got this correct. Maybe I have 6k, it's a lot, so let me go ahead and count it. You get 1k, 1.5, 1.8, 2.1, 2.4. So yeah, you're getting 3k of blue crystals here. And just by attempting it, which I think that I'm going to the very hard one before I can go to the X one. But yeah, just complete it as best as you can. You get 3k of blue crystals in total, and that's pretty much good. Now let's go with the banner. We actually got 2 banners here for what I'm actually seeing. So we got a Reawakening banner. So this is Young Sephiroth and Cloud itself. So this is a Rerun banner. I think that the sword is kind of cool. And the skin for Sephiroth, which is Gacha, looks very good. So let's go ahead and just make a quick recap about those skins. So as you can see, we got the Fusion Sword, deals 600 physical non-elemental damage for a single enemy. Also applies physical weapon boost, which increase the ability damage of your physical weapon for a 25%, and also magic weapon boost for a 25%. And when your HP is 50% or more, applied exploit weakness, which is also good. Boosts all attack for all allies, ability potency, physical, magical, and sigil boost for circle. And you got the skin, which is a event child mode. You get reprieve, which pretty much is a revival. Cloudy Wolf, which you're getting elemental ability damage for 30% and HP for 15%. It's very cool. It's a canon skin, and yet again, it's a skin that provides you a lot of elemental damage. So don't if you don't have this skin, you really want to pull it. And it's canon, so it's pretty much good. Then we got the Gacha Sephiroth. So let's go yet again. This is Gacha outfit from Advent Children. We got, in this case, the weapon, which is Soba, deals 600 physical ice damage and also applies ice weapon boost for a 20% for all allies. Boosts physical attack for all allies, boosts ice potency, physical, and sigil boost for triangle. Then you got the Remnant suit, which provides boost potency, boost ice potency for all allies, which you're getting 15% for all allies. Ruler's Will, which max gauge match for physical ability damage for 20%, ice ability damage for 30%, and HP for 15%. So if you already have a good ice damage dealer, I don't think that you don't want to pull for it, unless if you like the Sephiroth skin, which is absolutely nice. Then we got the new skin, which is Yuffie. I was expecting to see another thing that, I don't know, maybe Deer of Cerberus skin, but we actually got another canon skin, which this canon skin, it's from the Rebirth. Yeah, the Rebirth, or either the, I don't remember. Oh yeah, I remember that Yuffie did use this on Deer of Cerberus. Deer of Cerberus, if I remember correctly. In one of those scenes, Yuffie did have this, the Mogul skin, so that's cool. And as you can see, you also see that there's a pay-to-win banner for that. But let's talk about the skin itself, the Atun itself. So let's go ahead and see it. So again, looks cool. I don't think I'm going to be pulling for this skin. Even so that this is a canon skin, I can't pull it. I already pulled for a Yuffie skin no long ago with the Sephiroth skin, with the OG Sephiroth, so I don't think I'm going to be pulling for that whatsoever. So let's go ahead and talk about the weapon itself. We got Winged Chakram, which in this case provides 600 physical lightning damage for a single enemy. Also physical defense is decreased for a single enemy, and also when buff is granted to yourself, lightning damage is increased as well. And also it provides for all allies as well. And it provides for the first use 1 ATB gauge for all allies. Boost physical attack, lightning potency, physical, and sigil boost for circle. And then we got the Moogle hat and cape, which provides 2k of physical lightning damage for a single enemy. Also applies exploit weakness, and pretty much it uses for 2 times. Boost lightning potency for all allies, which provides a 15% for all allies lightning ability. And you also got a single white wood type, which provides lightning ability damage for 30%, max physical ability damage for 20%, and HP for 15%. It's a very good buffer for your electric team. Not gonna lie, it's a very good skin. I really like the effect, but yet again, I don't want to pull for the skin. I already pulled for a Yuffie skin no long ago, so I don't think I'm gonna be pulling for this skin. But the skin and the weapon, it's cool itself. Remember that you also have the chance to try to actually pull for the ultimate weapon for Vincent, which is the Formulhunt. I'm not interested in this one because I already have an ultimate weapon myself, but yet again, it's still a good bonus. Now for the wish list, because I'm actually kind of interesting. So here you got the normal pulls for the gear medal, which we already talked about the last week, that you're able to get some new additional skins that they got rework from getting the effect, which I forgot what was the ability, the custom ability, which that's pretty much what you're getting. And for the weapon, which is the pay to win, you're getting just a lot of like 5-star weapons that you can get from the wish list, which I don't feel that it's kind of cool. But that's pretty much whatsoever. So okay guys, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and just make a quick recap about what we just got. So pretty much we got the additional events for Deer of Cerberus. You're getting blue crystals along the way, more rewards that you can actually get, and a new story, which I think that you should be able to finish, which is kind of cool. The Infinite Summons team has been expanded. The dungeon ranking for Tamlin is there. It's all about lightning damage. You can actually pull for the Yuffie skin and take advantage for this, so you're pretty much good. More rewards from the Dirge of Cerberus events, which provides more weapon parts for your characters, which is kind of cool. We are talking about the Reawakening banner, which is kind of cool. I really like the Cloud's skin from Event Children. It's very cool. Even though that doesn't have a custom ability, it's still very good to use. So if you want to pull it, you're good to go. You're also getting the chance to get the Vincent ultimate weapon from that banner, and also you're getting another skin, which is the Sephiroth, the young Sephiroth, which is for ice damage, which again, if you already have good ice dealing damage, you don't have to pull him unless if you're chasing for the skin. And also the Yuffie weapon and skin, which provides lightning damage for all your allies and very good lightning damage for yourself. And the good thing here is that it's not like a limit breaker weapon, so maybe this weapon will be later on introduced in the wish listing. So last and whatsoever, any schedule for gacha skins, I do need to give you some updates about that. So first of all, I did pull for Sibai. I said to myself, hey, you know what, I do need to get the best team that I can, even so that I want to save for Varka. They say that Barca is not a very good unit, that Chaska is much better unit than Barca, but even so, I'm gonna try my best to try to pull it, but I said to myself, hey, you know what, I'm gonna pull for Sabai. And knowing my luck, I knew that I got it, so it was no surprise. I was like, win it or lose it, I'm onto it, I don't care if I lose. If I lose, I get Barca guarantee for the next time, or if I win, I'm like, okay, hopefully I don't lose the pity for Barca, or maybe I can get an early pity. I actually built my pity to try to go to Columbina C1, but then I said to myself, okay, you know what, let's go for Sibai, sorry, and she's actually very good. So I just fully built her. I'm 188, normal attack for 1, skill and ultimate are in 8, so I did have some additional there, so I'm kind of, and I still haven't used her, but I fully built her, so I'm kind of glad that I was able to build her as soon as possible. All it was done in one day when I actually pulled for her, so that's pretty much good. So I will be expecting Barca. Hopefully I can get it. If I don't, well, they told me it's not the big deal. And it's disappointing. Like, Barca was introduced, like, was mentioned on version 1.0, and then we get a letdown again. And I'm like, oh, man. If it wasn't for Tomogako Sugita, which is the Japanese voice actor of Barca, believe me, I wouldn't pull for him. But it's a good character, and I really want to pull for him. If I lose it or win it, I'm not gonna get upset. So that's pretty much one of the updates that I wanted to give you from Genshin Impact. Honkai Star Rail, I actually pull, and I was not thinking to get the early pull, pull for Aglia. So I got Aglia E1. It's so freaking good that you can get her on E1. Actually, it's one of the stoppers. So pretty much when you hit, you get an additional energy regen for 20, which is very, very important for Aglia. She is something that you need to get battery or energy as soon as possible, and by just using it with, well, not the light cone, because the light cone is an additional damage for her, but with the E1 it resolves most of the issues of Aglia, and it's absolutely very good. Unfortunately, it will be power creep later on, but I'm no meta slave, and that's why I was not interested in the new wave, which is Eclation, if I'm mistaken. And I don't know, I was just like, oh, we're gonna get Zhao Guang, or I don't remember the name of that girl, but it's Zhao Guang or something like that. And then Sparky, which I'm like, whatever, I'm not interested in, and I'm not a meta slave. One thing that I heard is that we're getting a free 5-star character, which we're gonna do the video once that it launches, but it's Kafka, Jingliu, Dang Heng, Iber de Lunae, Arshan, Sparkle, and Aventry. Those are the new 6 characters that they're gonna put in the store, and those are the 6 characters that we're gonna get for free, like they did with Ron May, Lukoa, and Vertupas. I'm actually surprised that Kafka and Archon got into that, meaning that those characters are gonna be power creep later on. Especially the one that I'm kind of concerned is Kafka. It's a very good DOT unit, and I heard that there's a new DOT unit in the 4.x, which is Perla, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll have to check that later on. So we're gonna do a video once that the official news and the patch arrives, so I can give you a heads up about which one that you may want to pull and which one you don't want to pull. Just giving you the heads up. Zelda Zone Zero, I already told myself that I'm not gonna pull for anything. I'm not freaking interested in the idols and the rerun banners that I heard. It was Jishuan, sorry, Shifu. I'm gonna call her Shifu because pretty much it's what the it's what the protagonist tell to her. So it's that, and I don't remember the other rerun banner. I forgot. I don't remember, but it was one of the new characters, and I'm not interested in. Maybe it's gonna be a saving banner. I have to check. I heard that one of the supports is actually very good for the new Void Hunter, which is Ye Sung Chuan. I'll have to check that later on. The patch is gonna be releasing until tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. If I'm correct, it's tomorrow, and they're gonna give us 1.6k polychromes on the 27th of February, which is for the new year. Yeah, it's actually for the Chinese New Year situation. And Genshin, they're getting Puro Riata, and Honkai Star Rail. I'm not sure about Honkai Star Rail, but there's giving us a free 5-star. I don't know about that one. I hope it's not like a spending event like they did with Zenless Zone Zero. Hopefully it's not that, and they're adding to the store and they're gonna give us for free. Hopefully, o se viene una funa grande por la versión 4.0. And Withering Waves, right now, there's a new patch for Airmath. I'm gonna be pulling after I finish the video, and hopefully we can get something good. I'm guaranteed, and I actually got all the asteroids that I could, so I'll be able to pull for her. So I'm pretty sure that I'm able to get her, and if we can get her early, much better, so we can actually get the weapon. The weapon, it's not so well. It's very good, but you can just use the Genesis one, the free-to-play weapon that you can get from the permanent banner, and it makes that the budget makes me much better. Besides of her, what is the rerun banner that we're getting? Chisa, which is another additional good support for Amath if you're gonna be playing her, because Amath have 2 DPS. Which is the single target and the AoE. In the AoE, it's the one for Chisa. If you're gonna go for the single target, it requires Monure and Linai, and then you need for the AoE, which is for Chisa and Linai, which is absolutely good. I didn't pull for Mornia, which is the good another shorekeeper, which is absolutely very good for the rupture situation, but I was like, I don't know, I want to pull for Amath, so pretty much I'm actually into that way. And the next banner is gonna be Luke, which is the doctor, and the rerun banner for that is Galbrina. Galbrina is so freaking amazing. If you have especially Queen Juan, which is his sub DPS, it's still very good. I really freaking loved Galbrina, and I don't know, I really want to pull for Luke because I'm missing some men. I don't have even freaking male characters on Withering Waves, which makes me want to think that Withering Waves should give us more male characters. I know that women sells, but hey, we need a little bit love for men, right? And besides of that, well, I think that's pretty much it. So after I finish the video, I'm going to be pulling for that. And the next banner, for what I know, is going to be the Orange Girl, that it's the dedicated support for DOTs for Amath. That's what I think, but that's pretty much it. Well guys, that's it. Good luck if you're going to be pulling for the Yuffie banner. I wish you the best for the best of the luck, and I'll see you guys later. May your hearts be... Sorry, I don't do that anymore. Live today to see a better tomorrow. I'll see you guys until the next video, and well, one thing that I forgot to tell you, I hope that you enjoyed the full gameplays that I'm actually doing, especially the Pokemon one. I'm going to be doing Pokemon Stadium later on. It will take me a little bit of time, but well, nostalgia, right? That's why I started to play that game. Well, see you guys later. Peace.